Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We are going to taste another Greek wine. So, the wine we're tasting is called a Greek White, and it is also called Greek White Wine of Greece.
Which I thought was fairly obvious, right?
Well, yeah, it's like, it's sort of trying to make the point. You wonder why. But anyway, I purchased this from a chain of off-licenses called, we call them off-licenses. Do people still call them off-licenses?
Yeah, definitely.
Wine merchants?
Definitely, yeah.
In the UK called Majestic. And what really, I think, caught my eye is you're zapping down the sort of descriptions of wine. There was a little bit there that said wallet friendly.
You didn't tell me that. Now I know. I've often wondered how you've chosen the wines for wallet friendly.
So anyway, here's the bottle. Here it is. It is. If you're buying 6 wines at this particular chain of wine merchants, if you're buying 6 wines, you can get this one for $9.99. If you're buying it on its own, it's $11.29.
There's not a massive difference.
Not a massive difference, really. No, I mean not big enough difference actually, because if you think you invest in that one, the difference into. Anyway,
well, yeah, but let's enjoy the wine.
Leave that there. So this is now. I'm gonna just look at the notes because it's a blend of 3 grapes. It's Malagousia, I'm guessing, is Malagousia.
Well, I'm looking at it, John. I know your pronunciations can be a little bit iffy at times, but I don't think Malagousia.
Malagousia. Well, that sounds better. Assyrtiko. Assyrtiko.
I actually remember this grape where I think we put this into it.
Yes,
and I think we did not put it into Google to find out how to pronounce it.
We did, no, I've forgotten.
Yeah, you and I both. So okay.
Right.
So it's that one.
And then Roditis.
That looks quite simple. We might be getting a little bit Roditis.
Yeah, so anyway, you can see the words in front of you there, so you can tell us how to pronounce them. It's a blend, and I'm sure it's been done with a lot of expertise. So let's get to it. Let's have a look at smell on the nose. Oh, we're going to look at the colour first, sorry.
Yep, that's that lovely light lemony colour. A little bit darker, not quite as light and fresh.
Slightly like honey.
Honey
tint to it. Yeah.
Yep. Looks good. There's nothing bad about that.
Absolutely nothing bad at all. Should we get to the nose?
Please do.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, that takes me back to, I don't know why, sometimes wines just link me to when we were filming in your wine cellar, but that one takes me back there.
I don't know if it's just because you said that honey, I'm getting a smell of honey.
Yeah,
very light.
Very light, yeah.
Delicate honeyed sweetness.
Yeah.
I think that... Cherry, like flower blossoms. Blossom.
Yeah.
Very floral.
Floral, yeah.
Like you just said there, sometimes you said some wines take you back to...
a place.
Yeah, that's just taking me back to marrying Eleanor
Marrying?
Stokes. I married Eleanor Stokes. If you're watching Eleanor, we're still married. When I was about 8 years old, under the blossom next to the river in Aspley, Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Crikey, I must... let Eleanor know. I'll give her a message. But I remember, standing under the tree, and the friends would shake it a little bit, and then some blossom would come down, and I got married. Yeah.
Oh wow!
And that, like you've just said there, some certain smells, and that's just taking me straight back there.
Whoa! Marrying under a blossom tree.
Marrying under the blossom tree. Yeah. I wonder how Eleanor's doing nowadays.
I wonder.
Get in touch.
Well, if you're married to her, you should at least talk to her.
It's the least I could do.
The least you could do, really.
And then, perhaps share a glass of this one. But yeah, that is tempting. Makes me want to have. Let's have a taste.
Let's have a taste. Oh. There's a lot to that, actually.
Yeah.
To say it's $9.99, there is a lot to that.
There is.
It's quite complex for a white wine, for a £9.99 bottle of wine. And you get through different phases, don't you?
Definitely. There's lots that are ticking the box that I'm just struggling to put them in order. But I'll tell you what I've got. That honey again, maybe that's because that's in my head, the honey. The blossom or the floralness, that's in there, and a peachiness. But I'm just trying to work out which one comes in which order. because it's all there. But I must say, there's something on the after flavour there which I'm not quite enjoying.
Well, I'm getting sort of like the peachiness to honey, peach.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting right at the end. I know I'm getting sort of like a little bit of a citrus, so like a lemony.
But then there's what you're left with
floral.
is not what I think the floral's the end. I think you're right. The peach and honey probably come together as a package deal, and there's the floral, which kind of delicately but then there's something that really, it's not an acidity, it's almost like tannins, but it's not, which just kind of dries off the end, which I'm not as keen on, but it's making me want to like put the glass there to get those other flavours back.
I wonder if that's the Assyrtiko grape, because I don't think it particularly was to our, not that it wasn't very nice, but it wasn't particularly to our taste.
Right.
And I wonder if that, because I'm just thinking that maybe there's a similarity with that, and it's just that grape coming through at the end.
And perhaps, because everything else there, I'm really enjoying. But then I'm going to bring this back and say, for $9.99. Thinking about it, for $9.99, that's a really, really good wine.
It is a really good wine.
We have tasted some things which have been much worse.
Absolutely, yeah, and for more money.
Yeah, even the nose on it.
And I think that the other thing is I'm drinking this and I keep drinking it. I think maybe because it's the first 2-3 phases are better than the last phase. So you want to sort of, I have that original taste back.
Yeah, when it sits there, again, it's quite tannic for me. Sits on my taste buds. I'm like, no, and like you say, get not so much get rid of, but get the first taste back again. Yeah, there.
And this I think would we'll get to pairing in a minute, but I'm already thinking about it's something that, because it's got quite a strong taste, immediately you think, well, actually this is going to be able to hold itself up against some food. It's not going to be swamped by reasonably strong flavours. It's got some potency there.
Well, getting onto the pairings from what you just said there, and strong. When you said pairings, I thought, what? And immediately, what sprung into mind was blue cheese and harder blue cheese as well. Whereas usually with white wine, I mean, sometimes you can, but not a lot of times. But I reckon that would take on a blue cheese easy. And something quite. Well, we're going to go into pairings. Something quite simple, like a blue Stilton or a Shropshire Blue. I'll tell you what would be even better: Blue Wensleydale.
Yeah.
I think Blue Wensleydale would just hit the mark perfectly. Blue Wensleydale's not one of the strongest blue cheeses at all, but it still holds it on. But those two together, and I'm telling you why. But I think there's a dryness in the Blue Wensleydale, which I think the dryness at the end of this, the bit that I'm not liking, I think those are suit each other, and I think they might just cancel each other out, and therefore leave you with the blue flavour and the rest of those flavours. That's my thinking.
And in terms of food, I'm thinking that something like if you a Christmas dinner, if this has got enough strength to it to compensate. If you've got turkey and you've got sort of thick gravy and you've got sort of sprouts and sort of strong tasting vegetables, this has got enough of a punch to be able to. I can still taste the wine. It's not being saturated by the main meal. I think it's nice to drink. I think it would also make a very nice party wine. It's not so it's not. Sometimes you get wines that's just very insipid. You're drinking them, but you're concentrating on the conversation and you don't really notice you're drinking. This, I think, if you were talking and you took a sip, it would say, "I'm here."
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, John. The first thing being like the style and the quality that you get in there, but secondly the price. This is if you are hosting a party, you're going to have a fair few bottles. You're a bit, but then you've got this. It's a tenner a bottle, and for a tenner a bottle, it's classic. Well, no, I'm doing any justice there. It's a classic bit of wine. To say it's a tenner is just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I think you could happily.
I don't know whether I'd have it with icing on the cake.
But you would not be embarrassed to put that out to your guests.
No, you would not.
And especially knowing it's a tenner a bottle.
Yeah. And someone could actually, I think we just said, that some more expensive wines with not as much punch as this.
No.
Very, very good value. Well, should we move on then to the scoring?
Scoring, yeah, no problem.
I'll let you score first, as always.
First of all, it's actually very nice. It's a little bit on the end that I didn't particularly like, but then I've got to come back and say it's $9.99. How many wines do you get? So I'm going to give this a healthy score of bad. There we are.
I'm going to go 83.
Spot on, John.
Really?
We've got both 83 there, and it deserves it. I don't think we've. I think we've we've done that quite well. We've taken into account everything that's good and bad about it. Man, there wasn't that much bad about it. It was just that ending. But I think the main thing here is that quality, the deliciousness. It's a tenner a bottle.
Yeah, and of course some people will like that ending, and maybe you didn't, but not to your taste. But some people will actually just enjoy that finish on it.
Yeah. Of course they will. And again, putting that with food, we're just drinking it here on its own. If we were to put that with the cheeses or the foods which we'd recommend, that would even take that away. So we'd probably even give it a bigger score.
Yeah, I'm sure we would. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a try, let us know what you think. Until the next time, we look forward to enjoying another lovely glass of wine with you. Chin chin.
Chin chin.